start by allowing just the right amount of effort for you to be here, which is very little. Coming into relationship with gravity, but there's a softening and an allowing of the body connecting to the earth below. And then notice your natural breath, the inhale and the exhale. It's just natural, pulsing, soft, just enough. And then keeping that deep awareness around the quality of your breath. Start to lengthen your inhale through the nose, but noticing how much energy does that actually require, and try to use just that much. So there's no tension in the body. And then as you exhale, same thing, let the breath move out. And at the very end of the breath, just pressing the breath out with just enough energy and attention to complete the exhale. 2 more rounds like that. Watch the inhale come in. Add just enough energy to complete the inhale. Filling up without hardening. Exhale, empty out. Watch the end of the exhale. Use the energy just enough to squeeze the breath out. And then 1 more round on your own. If you haven't already, start to layer in a sound in the back of your throat. Both on the inhale and the exhale. And then draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Straighten the left leg on the mat. Inhale here. Start your exhale and then follow it up. Bring your forehead towards your knee. And then follow your inhale back down to the floor. Do that 2 more times. Watch the exhale. Follow it up, squeezing the breath out. So you use the shape to help empty the lungs. Inhale, which doesn't involve hardening or clinging or creating too much tension. It's just the right amount. Exhale to be thorough. Good. The next time your head comes down, you'll switch legs. Bring your left knee into your chest. Pause for a breath, and then you'll take 3 rounds. Exhale, then you curl up. Inhale, then you lower down. But noticing there's a rhythm that you can connect to, that there's still some effort, but you're not gripping or clinging, but you are being thorough. Next time you put your head down, bend both knees. Separate your feet wide on your mat. Take your elbows out to the side and then let both knees fall over to the right. And slowly turn your head to the left. Take an inhale here. Follow your exhale and just a little bit of rotation with the lower body. So you're just gently emptying and pressing the thigh bones to the right. Scoop the left sitting bone underneath you a little bit. Take another inhale, fill up the shape. Exhale, empty out, and just make that little adjustment of scooping the left sitting bone down, gently pressing the thigh bones to the right. But nothing else has to utilize energy here. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, let both legs fall over to your left. So the feet and knees are pretty wide away from each other. Scoop the right sitting bone underneath you. And on your exhale, just a little bit of pressure of the thigh bones pushing to the left. You can even turn your head to the right if you want. Take another inhale, filling up the shape. Emptying out. Just the right amount of effort. Scoop the right sitting bone, press the thigh bones to the left as you gently turn the rib cage to the right. Come back to center on your inhale. Walk your feet towards each other and then go ahead and straighten both legs on your mat. Reach both arms overhead. Get long. And then go ahead and exhale. Bend both knees. Pull your knees in. Curl your head up and come into a little tiny bowl. Squeeze the breath out. And then both legs are going to straighten at the same time. Try to squeeze the legs together. Reach overhead. And let the legs come slowly down to the floor as the head comes down. Arms reach overhead. So we're just long, straight line. This is your inhale. Follow your exhale. Curl up into that little tiny ball. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the knees together. Use the shape to purge the lungs. And then one more time, both legs stretch out. Arms reach. Keep your low back close to the floor so your belly has to work there. And then knees in, belly back, squeeze the breath out. Good. Last one. Inhale, straighten the legs. Keep the low back on the floor though. Go slow. The slower you go, the more challenging it is. Exhale, press the sacrum down. Pull the belly back. Curl yourself up into a little tiny ball. Good. Keep the knees in your chest. Lower your head back down. Inhale. And then if it's okay to roll a little bit, you can rock side to side right at first. You can roll the knees in a circle and ceiling. Circle the other way. And you can either roll to your side and use your hands to come up, or you can rock and roll a few times forward and back on your spine to come up to sitting. Good. Once you come up, go ahead and find one of your balls. And instead of the feet today, we're actually going to roll out the side of the lower leg because that might be really helpful for ankles and for that lower leg. The only thing is this one is a little awkward in positioning. So you can always set the ball on a block if you need it, if it feels like the floor is too low. But I'm going to take the ball. I've got it in my right hand, but then I'm going to take my other hand and you're just going to palpate your shin. I've got my right shin in front, and we're going to do both, so it doesn't matter, but really feel that bone. It's really clear and obvious on just about every human being, right? So feel that bone. And as you feel up and down the bone, you're going to fall off of it and slide your hand up and down. So now we're not on the bone, we're just to the right of it. But when you push down, you can kind of still feel the bone most of the way up and down. It's more obvious on the top, right? So we're just falling off the bone a little bit more to the calf, to the right of the shin bone. Good. And now you're just going to take the ball and we're going to place it anywhere on that meaty side of the shin, right? So you already found where the shin was, you found just off of the shin. So what that's going to look like, I bring my right shin forward and I take my left leg back, but this leg can really do whatever you want it to. Some people like it out to the side. Some people have it behind. And I'm going to put the ball somewhere on that meaty part of my shin in the top third, right? So I'm not on my knee. I'm on that shin, but it's definitely meaty. And then you're going to take your hand, lift your foot up and you're just going to start to roll side to side with the knee. So my knee is moving to the right and then to the left. I'm not pushing it forward and back. It's just side to side. Yeah, and that's why sometimes it's like super awkward. I wouldn't do this probably with a big group, but you guys have done enough that we can probably sort this out. And you might just notice some little interesting spots there. Yeah. And you might have to move it back in place. But remember, what we're not on is the shin bone. And now in that spot, I want you just to find one place to stay with. And stay on it. Lift the foot up with the hand, or you have the block under the ball, right? And now you're going to kick the foot forward and back. Forward and back. Just little, tiny little movements. This is called cross graining. So we're going across the muscle, just waking up some of those fibers. Good. And then relax the foot back down. Take the ball now and move it down a little bit towards your ankle. So you're like on the lower half. And then same thing, you might have to reposition. We're going to go side to side. So if somebody were over here, it's like I'm trying to push them out of the way. And the ball likes to kind of run away. But now we're getting close to the ankle and then rolling away from it. Close to the ankle and rolling away. But remember, we're on that meaty part of the leg. We're not on the shin bone. All of that soft tissue in there, anything there is kind of fair game. And the pressure, I like to lean onto my hand, but you can sit up more upright and that will feel different. We want medium pressure. It's not making you cry. It's not making you grit your teeth. You could have a conversation with someone still without it feeling strained. Good. And then same thing, you're going to find a spot to stay on. I'm going to pick a spot kind of closer to my ankle, but anywhere along that line is fair game. And then for me, I don't have to lift my foot on this one. I can just kick forward and back, but it's microscopic. So I'm kicking my foot towards the screen and then away from the screen. Just these little bitty forward and back. Good. Good. And then just pause right on top of that spot. Try to relax as much as you can. Inhale. Long, slow exhale. Relax the foot, the ankle. Good. And then go ahead and take the ball out and sit comfortably, whatever that means for you. You can sit cross-legged, or sometimes it's nice to stretch the legs out in front of you and lean back. Close your eyes and just notice what you feel side to side. Notice what is different. Take one more breath. Just taking in what it feels like in there. And then go ahead and we'll change sides. All right, so left leg, let's palpate it first. Find your shin bone. Trace it. Give it good pressure so you can kind of really feel how bony that is. Up and down a few times. And now you're going to just fall off the shin bone. So it's all soft tissue, but you can still kind of feel the shin bone next to the finger that's rubbing up and down. Right? Just to orient us to anywhere where there's soft tissue now. There is another bone on the outside, but we're not even near it at all. Kind of on this meaty outer calf. All right, so now that you kind of know where that is, we're going to bring the left shin in front. And I want you on this upper third, kind of upper half. So starting maybe at the top and then starting to move the heel side to side. And this other leg that you're not working with, find a place that it makes sense. Oof, this side's a little more tender for me. You can lift the foot up with your hand. What I don't want is for you to feel like you're making a muscular contraction to lift the leg up because I don't want the muscle to be anything but soft. You might find some little trigger points, but the muscle is not contracting to make this shape or make this movement. Take some breaths, propping yourself up with the rest of your body as much as you can here. And then we're going to land on one spot. Mhm. There's a treasure trove in there. And then once you find a spot you're going to stay with, now you're kicking your foot forward and back. So the foot, you could put the foot on the floor. I like to lift it up a little bit, and it's just lifting and kicking the foot side to forward and back. Taking in all of that information. Good. And then set the foot down. Let it relax for a moment. And now we're going to lift up and we'll go to the lower portion. So kind of that lower third, lower half of the shin. And we're going to stay, remember, off the shin bone, kind of in that meaty area on the side there. Position yourself so it's easy and then just start to roll. And this time you're going to be closer to the ankle. You might almost even get to the ankle, but we're not rolling on the ankle. We're staying away from the bone. But notice as it thins out, sometimes there's quite a bit of spicy information there. Sometimes it's hard to coordinate the ball too. It gets a little wily. So just reposition it as you need to. Good. And now, same as before, we're going to just find a spot anywhere along that outer shin and stay on it for just a moment. Relax the rest of the body. And then little bitty kick forward and back. We're just cross graining. So I'm moving my foot forward towards the screen and then I'm moving it back towards me. And just see what's there. We don't always need a really big sensation either. Sometimes something kind of mild is still really interesting and freeing to connect to. Good. Take a last moment here. And then you're just going to relax the foot and stay on that spot. Take an inhale. Notice if there's any part of your body that's kind of propping you or guarding you, and see if you can let your exhale deflate tension. Good. And then go ahead and lift up. You can move your ball out. We'll be done with it after that. So you can just set it aside to where it's not going to be in your way. Stretch both of your legs out in front of you now. Sit back for a moment and pause and just feel. Notice what you're connected to now. Notice the sensation. Good. And then from here, with your legs outstretched, I want you just to keep the hands supporting you. You can upright the spine a little bit, but we're going to pull the toes back towards the face as much as you can. So really flex the feet. You can see my feet here. Actually, let me turn sideways. So really flex the feet. So you're trying to pull the toes back as far as you can. Pull, pull, pull. See if you can grab just a little bit more range of motion. And now point your toes and really lengthen the top of the foot here. I get a cramp sometimes right underneath my big toe on the left side. So if you get a little cramp, you can release it and come back in. But look at the top of the foot. See if you can start to press the toes down Notice which toes kind of flare up. Notice if you can still see your big toenail. And try to reach the toes towards the floor. Keep the legs really straight. Good. Lift the spine. Take an inhale. Point the toes. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale. Good. And now pull the toes back towards your face. Try to press your Achilles tendon down on the floor. See how much of that tendon underneath the heel. See if you can get that whole tendon on the floor as you pull the toes back. Good. And just notice. Good. And then one more time, we're going to point the toes, reach through the top of the feet, take an inhale, really lengthen the top of the feet, pointing. Imagine one day you could touch your toes to the ground. That's impossible, but that's where we're going, the direction. Good. And then just relax the feet, shake the legs out a little bit. Good. Okay, come on to tabletop, knees and hands. If you need it, you can pad your knees. We'll take the belly down, inhale, turn the sternum up, open the throat. Just notice your feet. We'll tuck the toes here. And when you exhale, round the spine, put the shoelace part of your feet down and round, round, round. Inhale, tuck the toes, turn the sternum up, open the chest. Exhale, point the toes, so top of the feet to the floor and round. One more time, turn the toes under, lift the chest, arch the back. Exhale, point the toes around the spine, push the top of the feet into the floor. Good. Neutralize the spine, inhale. Take your right arm and you're going to thread it, but reach it towards your left knee. In fact, touch the left knee with your right hand. You'll think child's pose. Thread the arm under you, way back as you sit the hips back. Look underneath your left armpit and turn. Reach that right arm underneath you. And it's kind of at a diagonal towards the back of the room. Push your left hand down. Straighten the left arm. And turn the rib cage by reaching that right arm underneath you. Good. Come back up. Place the right hand down. Take the left arm. Let's start by touching the right knee. Think about reaching the hand just on the outside of the leg as you sit the hips back and start to turn.
Should the hand be up or sideways on them? This hand.
Say that again.
Up or down or how do you want it?
My palm is it can be up. Yeah, it can be up. I wouldn't turn it down. I think that rotation is too hard on the shoulder. So either up or kind of open. And then push the right hand forward and reach. Imagine there was something back there that you were trying to get to. And you just have to reach a little bit further, but push the right hand down and see if you can turn the rib cage to grab just a little bit more. But then notice, is the right shoulder over efforting? Take one more breath. Inhale. Could you have a conversation with someone? Could you say something without it feeling struggled or strained? And then come back up. Inhale, drop the belly, turn your sternum up. Exhale, round. This time, take your right leg straight back behind you. Take your left arm forward, inhale. And just stay for the exhale. So here in bird dog, same sort of examination, how much effort is necessary to create the shape, right? Your foundation. Your right hand is pushing down. The leg is extending behind you just enough that you can actually pull your rib cage forward and get a little bit longer because there's space there. And then the sides of the waist are drawing in to get nice and long, but you're also still able to take a calm breath. One more inhale. One more exhale. Put your left hand down, step your right foot outside your right hand. Push your left hand down and open your right arm up. And as you twist, notice your left hand on the floor. Push it down and drag your left hand to the left to start to turn the rib cage up. So there's a tension in your foundation. That left hand is part of the foundation. Push it down. Drag the left hand to the left without moving it and see how that helps you rotate the rib cage. Take one more breath. Drag your left hand to the left. Feel how that turns the rib cage. And then bring both hands down. Lift your back knee and step back to downward dog. And in down dog, even just kind of pedal through the feet. Notice the sides of the shins, the toes, the ankles, the arch of the feet. Take your knees down to the floor. Take your left leg back. Turn your left hip down. Pack the shoulders in, get long through the spine, and then right arm floats up. So it doesn't mean it's without effort. There is effort here to create and establish a foundation. There's energy consumption. But we want the pose to be able to allow the breath to come in a meaningful way so we can keep energizing the tissues, focusing the mind. Take one more breath here, get long, heel to head. Make sure the head is in line with that right arm. So that right ear, right arm, same height. Put the right hand down. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Push the right hand down. Straighten the right arm. And now take your left arm up to the sky and rotate. And when you find that initial rotation, go back to the right hand. Push it down. Drag the right hand to the right without moving it and feel how that starts to help the rib cage roll open. Inhale, push the hand down. On your exhale, drag the hand to the right, turn the rib cage, softening just enough to shift the inner body. Take one more breath. Drag the right hand to the right a little bit, turn, turn, turn. And then both hands come back down, lift your back knee, step back to downward dog. Take a breath. Feel the spine washing here. Releasing tension, releasing toxins, letting the mind fall inwards and absorb that focused energy of observation, of presence. Inhale, come forward to plank. Lower with control to your belly so your knees might come down. And then come to cobra. Inhale, curl up, reach the legs, lift the sternum, lengthen the brainstem. Go back to child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, rock to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We'll come forward to plank. Inhale. Keep your foundation. Chaturanga, lower to your belly with control. Inhale, cobra, curl up. Child's pose. Exhale, roll back. Drop the head, drop the brain. Rock up to tabletop. Inhale. Wait for your exhale, downward dog. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, come to plank again. Inhale. With control, lower to your belly. Exhale. Cobra. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Rock up to table. Inhale. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Good. We're going to do that one more time. You can always rest if you need. Inhale, plank. Where does your energy go to establish foundation? Hands and feet. Chaturanga, lower to your belly with control. Inhale, cobra. Squeeze the spine. Ground your 10 toenails. And then pull the belly back, child's pose. Exhale. Rock up to tabletop. Inhale. And then downward facing dog is your exhale. Step your right foot towards your right thumb. This time, left hand will stay down, back knee is up. Open your right arm up. Good. Drag that left handprint to the left without moving it, and feel how that turns the rib cage up towards the sky. Take one more breath. See if you can lengthen your back leg. Pull the spine forward. Notice that axis, and then drag the left hand to the left and roll open. Good. Bring both hands down. Inhale. Slide your hips back and drop your head. Bend your front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Send your hips back. Do that one more time. Nice, slow, thorough movement. Notice your foundation and your feet. Set the tone for the shape. Exhale. Send the hips back, softening just enough. Bend your right knee. Look forward. Step forward. Standing forward. Bend at the top of your mat. Come up halfway. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Rise all the way up to stand. Push down into the feet. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bend the knees like you're sitting back in a chair. So you're trying to find that chair behind you. Inhale here. Right elbow outside left knee, but don't touch. Come back to center. Inhale. Left elbow outside right knee, but don't touch. Come back to center. Lift the chest. Right elbow outside left knee, but don't touch. Inhale, back to center. Left elbow outside right knee, but don't touch. Inhale, center. Exhale, come to stand. Release the arms. Push your feet down. Take the arms up. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Bend the knees enough that it's easy to touch down. Come up halfway. Inhale. Step all the way back to down dog. Exhale. Inhale, come to plank. Lower with control to your belly, so it's not a collapse. Inhale, one cobra, toenails down, hand push down. Child's pose. Exhale, pull back. Tabletop. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a breath. Step your left foot forward towards your left thumb. This time your back knee stays elevated. Push your right hand down and open up your twist left arm to the sky. Now energize both footprints just enough so your brain knows where the feet are in space. Push your right hand down and then drag your hand to the right and feel how that starts to turn the rib cage. If you unify that with your exhale, that dragging of the hand, then at the same time, what happens is the organs, the lungs shrink, and there's more room for the organs to move inside the cavity of the body. So there's an economy to it, right? Inhale, filling up. Exhale, emptying out. Waiting for that right moment to turn. Take both hands down the next time you inhale. And then shift the hips back and fold over your left. Bend your left knee. Inhale. Push the hips back and fold without forcing, but also there's attention to the right amount of effort. One more. Inhale. Exhale, push the hips back. Bend your left knee, look forward. Step forward, come into a standing forward bend at the front of the mat. Take an extra breath here. You might grab the back of the calves and bend the knees, coming into a little deeper forward fold by pressing the hands into the calves. The next time you inhale, come up halfway. And as you exhale, fold forward. Rise all the way up to stand on your inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take both arms up again. Inhale. And as you exhale, hands to heart, bend your knees like you're sitting back in a chair. Look at your feet and go a little wider with the feet. So you've got quite a bit of space, kind of outer hip distance apart with the feet. Hands to heart center, inhale. Right elbow goes inside the left knee. So inside the left knee. Try to push the knee in, push the elbow out, and rotate here. So knee and elbow, inner knee and elbow, push towards each other. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Spread the toes. Notice if the toes are gripping. Push into the feet and rotate. Unwrap, come to stand. Inhale, push. Use the feet, use the legs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Bend the knees again. Take the hips back. Inhale. Same stance, so we're kind of wide. Hands to heart. Left elbow inside the right knee. See if you can get a nice connection there. Knee and elbow push into each other. Pull the spine and the rib cage forward. And then as you exhale, rotate. So definitely challenging here. Inhale. Can you find the right amount of connection and effort to where the pose is actually building energy inside of you, not depleting you? Take another breath. Foundation matters. Spread your toes. Push the floor away. Stay for your exhale. Unwrap. Inhale. Come to stand. Reach all the way up. And hands to heart. Good. Just take a breath. Inhale. Exhale completely. Good. Take the arms up. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Come up halfway on your inhale. And on your exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot back, way back, and set your left knee down. Take your arms up, but push into that right foot to come on up. And then you're going to take the hands and interlace them, make like a little Charlie's Angels gun, and bring that forward. Good. It's like pew, pew. You're shooting the screen. Yeah. So bring the hands forward in front of your body. Yeah. Now keep the pelvis where it is. Push the right foot down. And without moving the lower body, you're going to take the fingers over to 1 o'clock. So we were at 12. Go to the right. Go to 1 o'clock. Good. Slide the shoulders down. Lift the spine. Now go to 2 o'clock. Good. Now start to work towards 3 o'clock. Stretch the elbows out. Draw the shoulders down and keep pulling on the exhale towards 3 o'clock. Take one more breath. Spin, spin, spin. Good. Come back to center. Inhale. Take the arms up. Separate the elbows. Pull them back. You might push the hips forward if that feels good in your body. Otherwise, just stay on top. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows back. Heart high. Take the arms up. Inhale. Now, left hand down. Right arm up. Your knee can stay down or you can pick it up behind you. And in that same twist we did earlier, slide your hand to the left to roll the rib cage up to your right hand. Inhale, get long from heel to head. Exhale, rotate, revolve. One more. Inhale, heel to head, get long. Slide the hand to the left without moving it and turn the rib cage. Good. Place your right hand inside your right foot now. Walk your hands to the left and turn sideways on your mat. So you're in a nice wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Little micro bend in the knees. Push your inner thighs back. Imagine the spine getting longer just by allowing it to let gravity pull on it. Filling up, emptying out. Good. And then walk your hands forward. Place your right hand about in front of your face. And you could always put a block underneath you and have the hand on the block there. Take the left arm straight out to the side. The palm faces down. So the left arm is parallel with the ground right now. Keep the pelvis where it is. So we're not going to lean the pelvis. And slowly, without moving the right hand, drag it out and start to open the left arm up towards the sky. So that same action that we did in our lunge twisting, see if you can find that there. Ground the right hand, drag it to the right as you exhale and reach through the left arm. Take another breath. Inhale. Where on you is overworking and over-clinging and trying so hard to get it right? And is there a possibility of softening something in order to inhabit the pose a little differently and let the pose build your energy without draining it? Take one more breath. Exhale. Bring both hands down. Inhale and fold. Just let that wash over you. Stay connected to your feet, though. Receiving that flush of energy. And I think twisting also sometimes really feels clarifying in my body, in my mind. It's like rinsing out the rubbish, the debris, whatever surface that we're wringing it out. Especially elongating your exhale. That's where most of our waste exits the body, is on the out breath. 70% of the breath, or 70% of the waste removal, is from our respiratory system. So elongate the exhale. And walk your hands towards your right foot. Spin your feet towards the front of the room. Step back into downward dog or child's pose. If you need a moment to rest, you can take child's pose or stay in dog. Otherwise, we'll come to plank. Lower with control to your belly. Cobra, inhale. Glue your toenails down. Or child's pose is our exhale. Tabletop, inhale. And back to downward dog. Take your time, walk your feet to your hands. Try to inhale the entire time. Fold forward. Come up halfway, inhale. And fold, exhale. From here, step your right foot back. Lower your right knee down. Push into your left footprint. And then come on up. Take the arms overhead. Find your little Charlie's Angels gun. But stay connected to the left foot. So the lower leg and the left foot really can act as a stabilizer here. But if it goes offline, then the rest of the body has to really work on kind of fighting against the pose to stay upright. So stay connected to your foundation. Bring the hands forward now. This is 12 o'clock. Stabilize the pelvis. And now move the hands to about 11 o'clock. Good. Take a breath. Shoulders down. Spine is long. And then start to move it towards 10 o'clock. Take a breath. Good. Now start to work towards 9 o'clock. But lower body stays stable. Even though it's not going to get quite to 9 o'clock, keep trying. Take one more breath. Exhale. Turn, 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 turn. Good. And then come back to center. Release the arms. Take them up. Inhale. Elbows back, heart high. If you want, you can press the pelvis forward. We're going to stay for an extra breath. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the throat. Inhale. Take the arms up. Place your right hand down. Lift your back knee. Open the left arm up and twist again here. Drag that right hand to the right. If you want to, you can place the back knee down. But use that right hand and that left foot as this deep connection and almost like a steering wheel. That deep connection starts to drive the twist on the exhale. Beautiful. One more breath. Slide that right hand to the right. Stomp that left foot down. Lengthen the spine and rotate, rotate, rotate. Take both hands inside the left foot now. Turn sideways on your mat. Line up the feet if they're not already. And come into a wide leg forward fold. And just take a couple breaths here, washing the spine, the brain, the eyes. Soaking it all in, but also rinsing out and lift the chest. Place your left hand down right about under your face so that the spine can get really long here. And again, a block underneath the hand might be helpful. Take your right arm straight out to the side, palm faces down so the right arm is parallel to the ground. Notice if the pelvis wanted to lean to the right and square the pelvis. The left inner thigh lifts up a little. Now start to push the left hand down, drag it to the left, and start to open the right arm up. Widen the left inner thigh. Stamp that left footprint down. Push your left handprint down and drag it to the left. But then notice the neck. Is it taking on any tension that's unhelpful here? You might even look down at your hand. Take one more breath. Drag the hand to the left. Widen the inner left thigh and rotate, rotate, rotate. Bring both hands down. Inhale and fold. Exhale. Just soak in that feeling of the spine hydrated, nerve. Walk your hands toward your left foot. Spin your feet to the left. Set your right knee down and come to tabletop. Both knees come underneath you. Take one cat-cow here. Drop your belly. Turn your sternum up. Exhale, round. Good. Neutralize your spine and go ahead and slide your feet over. Take a seat. If you want to face the long edge of your mat, you can. We're going to open our legs up nice and wide into Upavista Konasana. So wherever that lands for you, take the hands behind you, lift the chest. That might feel really good to just stay, because this could already be a pretty big stretch. Otherwise, you can walk the hands forward, start to bow forward. But I like to think about whether or not I could take or have a conversation with someone when I get to the deepest part of my stretch. So if you would have to like have a conversation like this, say things like that, your stretch is probably a little too deep. So can you find the right amount of stretch? Because even when we're trying to open the body up, over efforting is an energy drain, and the body contracts and protects us sometimes because we're trying to go too deep too quickly. So that economy is on both sides. When our body is open and supple, but also really strong, that combination makes us more powerful. But a lot of times it's our mind that's in the way, our thoughts are in the way, convincing us that, doing more all the time or just giving up because it's too hard is the solution. So yoga is a path of inquiry, self-inquiry, of looking at the things that the mind says and recalibrating around that balanced action. Take one more breath. Receiving the shape, exhale, letting it shift and change something, anything. And then start to walk the hands back in, gather the legs towards you, and go ahead and lie on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. If your body needs another twist, we did quite a bit of twisting. You can certainly finish with a twist. But I think finishing with something symmetrical would feel really balanced. So maybe a happy baby. You could also come into plow pose where the feet come overhead and you come into it's like a forward fold. You could do a shoulder bridge with the feet on the ground and the pelvis up, the block under your sacrum. You could also come into a butterfly shape with the feet together and the knees wide. Just something that feels helpful here for one or two more breaths. And then slowly, slowly start to undo. If there's anything else you need before Shavasana, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, arms and legs relax. Set yourself up for a really luxurious Shavasana, and then let your practice go. And even here, notice the tendency of the mind to take you other places. Thinking is an energy consumption. We're never going to not have thoughts, but slowing them down, letting the thoughts fall into the body, into what's shifted and changed, and into presence instead of that incessant thinking and taking yourself out of the practice, out of the moment, into the future or the past. You allow yourself to come back to this moment, that pulse of life inside of you, resting deeply. Take one more minute here. Start to reawaken your breath, but feel how there's more spaces for your breath to come into now. There's this availability and the furthest reaches of the body that might have been a bit tight or disconnected. But there's this abundance of energy accessed through the breath, through your awareness. And then as you're ready, bend the knees, roll over to your side, and use your hands to come on up. When you're ready, you can gather your hands to heart center, offer a bow into your practice. May our practice be just that, a practice of energy management, so that we recognize how unifying the body, the heart, and the mind into the present moment allows us to move more economically. So we have the reserves of energy to place on the things that truly deserve our energy. And that leads us to a more fulfilling life. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.